Hello, everyone. My name is Yusuf Evans, and I'm here to welcome you to part 44 of the movie Revolution. Now let's begin. Sorry, so sorry about that. So the Princess Christina, was talking to her father about possibly bringing filmmakers to Silvercat or hiring filmmakers to make films for Silvercat so they can bring films to Silvercat. And he said, you know, I've been to Mexico a couple times, and I have always loved them films. And couldn't, and even though I couldn't understand them at all, but I always loved the story and stuff like that. So I would love to. And then Princess Christina says, "Well, that's amazing. Thank you so much. But you have to understand. I have to talk to your mother about this. But if all goes to plan, I would love to. I I would love to bring or help you bring movies to Silvercat, to our great country that is Silvercat. I would love to." And then she says, "Me too." So she gets up from the table and she's going to her room. As she's going to her room, of course, the king's boyfriend is is saying hi to her. She just ignores him and goes back to her room. She lays down on the bed and she says to herself, "What a bastard." Of course he doesn't know that he's not supposed to say hi to me at all. Because I never told him to. So I I so I guess I have to tell him. She says to herself, and then she goes back. So she gets up from her bed. She goes to open her door. After that, she says hello to her dad, who is talking to his boyfriend. After that, she she sits down on her gold on their gold couch, and after a couple minutes of them talking to to each other about their relationship, She's sick of it. So she goes back. So she goes, gets her coat, and she is going outside for a walk. She is walking down the street of, well, streets of Silvercat. She's just looking around this beautiful day, looking at the sun shining, just having a good time. She sees a car. She's she she hops on its hood because, but she makes sure to ask for permission first. Um, the guy who owns the car says yes, of course, no problem, and he lets her sit on the hood of his car. She is sitting there for a while until she sees a couple un- until she sees a couple kissing. It's two guys kissing, two men kissing each other, and the sight of it just proposes, just enrages her. It makes her so mad. So she gets up from the hood of his car and walks up to them and just starts beating. Well, she beats them up a lot. The other guy is running for his life until she stops beating on his boyfriend and she grabs him and beats him up for a little while too. It's pretty awful. So she beats them both up and she says to them, I don't want to ever see you do that awful stuff ever, ever, ever again. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? They both say yes, crying. They both begging her to stop. And she says to them, let this be a lesson to you. And then after that, she walks away from them. After that, she goes, sits back on the hood of his car, and she's looking at the sunset. The sun is setting, and then she says to herself, well, I guess it's time for me to go back home. So she says goodbye to the car owner. She gets off of his car, off of the hood of his car, and she's walking back home. She gets back home. She opens the castle gates. She's walking in the door, and it's just in time for dinner. So she goes back to. So she goes to the bathroom. She's she's about to wash her hands, King's boyfriend says hi to her again. And but this time she grabs him and just starts punching him in the face too. Over and over and over and over and over again. Until she stops and says, "You may never speak to me ever again. You will never speak to me ever again. I am not your friend. You are a horrible person, and I hate everything about you." And then after that, she punches him again, but this time in the nose. So she goes back to the. So she goes back into the bathroom. She goes into the bathroom, washes her hands off. You know, washes her hands, which has his blood on it, on them. And after that, she goes back into the kitchen, well, the dinner table. She sits down at the dinner table, and for the rest of the dinner, they eat dinner. His boyfriend comes walking into the kitchen where they are eating, and he is barely looking at her. He's disgusted by her because of what she did beforehand, and she is happy with herself. So after they eat their dinner, and she says, she whispers in his ear, "This is going to happen over and over and over again for the rest of your life, and there's nothing that you can do about it." And then she says the F slur, which almost makes him cry out of anger. So after that, she gets up and she says to them, "Well, I am full as hell. I'm going to go to bed now." So that's what she does. She gets up and goes to her, but she goes to her bedroom. She opens the covers, but not before texting. Well, not before texting Jerry to see how he was, to say hi. She puts her phone away and she gets under the covers like I just said before, and she goes to sleep. To be continued. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below telling me what do you like about the video or hate about the video. And I will see you next time. See you later, audience.